Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I think my audio is kind of reverberating. Should have thought about it before recording here. But anyways, my name is Sucheta and today I wish to talk about Georgette Heyer. It's this book called Envious Casca and it's a murder mystery. Yes, Georgette Heyer used to write murder mysteries as well, along with writing Regency romances. Regency romances in the sense her Regency romances are in the style of Jane Austen, very proper, very appropriate, and although they were a lot more wittier, and I'm not saying that Jane Austen is not witty, but Georgette Heyer has more of a the person narration is a little lesser in Georgette Heyer. And I think Jane Austen's wit is more subtle, more proper, more elegant, ladylike. And Georgette Heyer might be more forthcoming sometimes, which is easier for the readers to understand. And besides that, as I have already told in my previous videos, that Georgette Heyer is very particular about the descriptions of the finery, the location, the rooms, every detail is just a pinpoint, and every detail is just accurate. And she uses beautiful imagery to paint picture of a carriage in which elegant ladies are sitting, and she will describe even the texture of the cushions of the carriage along with the kind of color and the tint of the color, and down to the feather on the hats of the ladies. She will describe it all so that the readers have a clear and perfect picture of whatever finery the ladies are wearing and what color horses are. She describes things to such an extent that you might even ascertain the mood of the horses which are riding the carriage. That is the beauty and prose of Georgette Heyer, and that is how she describes her novels, Regency novels. Although she was more of a fan of the medieval era, and she wrote her last novel was My Lord John, which was unfortunately unfinished due to her death at the age of 71. And that is that. And Georgette Heyer used to stay away from publicity, and I think one of her books were adapted for movies. Was it Arabella? I'm not sure, but the movie did not do that well. And after that, she kind of lost interest in asking the directors, or like mostly putting up her movies for adaptation. Although her books for adaptation, although her books are really, really up for it, really, they should be adapted. I hope Amazon, Netflix, or all these Hulu, any sites, they should adapt it because they are so adaptation worthy. They are so full of wit. They are so full of charm. The romance in that is like, I'm not saying that I'm against you know how to say it, like I'm not against more open door romances, like Georgette Heyer wrote closed door writes closed door scenes, and she is not like other Regency, like I think Julia Quinn. Her romances are not like Bridgerton in that area particular segment. Like her romance scenes are not very elaborate or descriptive. Like Julia Quinn has romances which are more open door, and Georgette Heyer writes more closed door romances. But I feel that the way she characterizes her, how can I say, her male protagonist, her female protagonist, even the side characters, you even root for the side characters because the foundation of those characters, the way those characters are introduced to you, they're set to become your good friends. The way they are brought forth, the situations in which they are written, and this is like this is actually, I think, writing is a craft, because Georgette Heyer knows how to make your audience, her audience, fall in love with the characters, how to write such falling in love worthy characters. And I think Georgette Heyer has had mastered that craft, which is the reason why her novels were popular. And I love her novels, and a lot of people I have heard, a lot of people, they are big fans of Georgette Heyer, and I wish Georgette Heyer's books are adapted more. Although a lot of people don't know that Georgette Heyer wrote mysteries as well. She was even appreciated by Dorothy L. Sayers. Like Dorothy L. Sayers had said also, I don't think you can see, I suppose, but Miss Hare's characters are an abiding delight to me. That is what Dorothy L. Sayers says. And and she was like at par with the writers. Like, I feel that some of her books, I mean, I can't say it for sure because I just read Envious Casca, and I thought that it was on par with Agatha Christie's plot lines. Although I'm not a good judge of that, because then I have to read all of Agatha Christie's books and all of Georgette Heyer's mysteries. And I have read most of Agatha Christie's mysteries, although, to be fair, I have heard her mysteries on BBC radio drama. Um, so I will be reviewing that as well. Anyways, Envious Casca. So I read Envious Casca, I think, in during COVID. Yes. And what the surprising thing about this book is that I think I got this copy online from book. Yeah, the print is quite good. That was the first thing that I was glad about. Also, I actually from the not from the first page, but during one fourth of the novel, I kind of guessed who the murderer was. Although, because that person was the least suspicious person of all of the whole group, and I have seen so many mysteries and crime shows and all that. So it's obvious that I could guess that the least suspicious person would be the murderer. But what I did not guess, and I think nobody could have guessed that, is how the murder happened. And that how the murder happened is something that actually, to use a very cliche phrase, it kind of blew my mind. I mean, that shows the kind of reading that Georgette Heyer has done, her historical knowledge, her historical background, and it was how the murder was done. The last page, it was, after reading that, I truly understood the greatness of Georgette Heyer's plot weaving craft. As good of a weaver she is of painting the situations, the setting, and down to the texture of the objects, she is as good as a weaver of the mystery, the murder mysteries. The kind of detail she puts into her characters, the kind of detail she puts into her objects, the objects she describes, the same kind of detail and craft was put into the plot of the story. And a lot of people might say that even if you have good characters and the plot is not so good, you have done a good job. You have made it as a good writer. Some people say that. And I feel that a book can be enjoyable if the characters are written very well and the plot is kind of predictable. But here in this book, and this author, she has it all. She knows how to make a plot. She knows how to write good prose. She knows how to write good characters. She knows how to describe a setting. She knows how to set a play, a story, the characters, and the climax, the plot. And that is a well constructed novel, a well constructed book, which has all its foundation, its brickwork, and its paint. All of the three elements are top notch, like a builder who builds the home, a civil engineer who builds the home, the building, and all the aspects of a particular construction are well done by a good engineer. In the same way, Georgette Heyer is like a good civil engineer. She has done it all. She sets the stage, she sets the characters, and she sets the plot as well. So I wouldn't spoil a lot in this book, because frankly speaking, I would be honest, there are a lot of things about this book that I do not particularly remember to detail. But however, I know how this book made me feel, and I remember the characters, and I don't want to spoil anything for you all. And it's an experience that you should have for yourselves. And all the characters in this book, especially the main lead and the male lead and female lead, they are equally loving, and they kind of remind me of a Bath Tangle, the characters of Bath Tangle. Basically, Georgette Heyer has not done away with her witty heroine and her rake-ish kind of a hero, and and the thing is that the kind of rake that Georgette Heyer paints are, I would say that they have less problematic, or more or less no problematic features, and although that can be up for debate. But the thing is that she has not done away with the witty heroine and the hard exterior, soft interior kind of a man. Like most of Georgette Heyer's men are very masculine, and they are like kind of like Lord Damerel. If you have read Venetia, you will understand. Although I already told you that in Regency Buck, she made her male character to be more of a effeminate guy, and I like that about her. So that is that. And this book is amazing, Envious Casca. And I did not know where she took it from. And Envious Casca, I think, is a line from what is that book? Is it from King Lear? The one in which they kill off the king. No, not King Lear. It's I think it's King Lear, Macbeth. It's from one of Shakespeare's plays, and I read it recently, the British version, but yet I forgot. Anyways, this phrase is from Shakespeare's plays, and so yeah, that is that, and yeah, that is all you need to know about this book, this author. You cannot go wrong with Georgette Heyer, that is for sure. So that is my review. And if you had been sitting here listening to my review, listening to me talking about Georgette Heyer, thank you so much. And if you liked my video, please like it, share, subscribe, comment for improvements or appreciation if you want to. And I will meet you all in the next video. Thank you.